Alright, hello. I'm just going to talk quickly about 3D printer beds, in particular the Voron ones. So I'm about to drill some holes here. Now I'll show you that I've got a test bed here that the main parts that you have to do is one hole at the front and 2 holes at the back on a Voron 1, and you need to do a 4th hole on a for a 2.4, which I think is roughly up here, down here, you know, on each corner and that kind of stuff. Different spots. Anyways, plans on the website for that kind of thing. Now the main thing that you need to do for this is that you need to drill a 3mm drill bit, which is there, all the way through. So you can see that's what's done here. But you also need to counterbore, instead of countersink preferably, is drill a bigger notch through here, which you can see. Now the goal of that is that this lets the socket head of the screw fit in. Now I'll see if I can show that later, but you can imagine like there's a head, fits through that, and you drill it in place. So this bit is meant to be flat. So you can see here, this is magnetic bed on the real printer part, so the spring steel sheet will fit on here and then come off, which is great. That's what you want. When you're putting these parts in, I recommend you get something like a counterboring tool. Now what this does is you press it in to measure the part that you actually want to drill. So then when you later come to press it in, you know where exactly it's going to go. I had some trouble with actually doing a 90-degree straight drill thread through. So I cracked the poops and ended up getting a drill press. So this is my first drill press. Yay! So I'm about to drill here. This stuff, it's pretty much just gimmicks, especially for a steel bed where the laser will reflect off. So I wouldn't get this just for a printer thing, it's overkill. So anyway, so I've lined up here. This is the front of the printer part. So I'm going to drill a hole through here, and then I need to do it 2 more times on these parts, possibly. The other trick that I've done here is that I've zeroed out where this bit starts, roughly. So you can see here, this is 12.7mm through, a little bit more. So I need to drill that far through. So I'm going to switch this on now. This will get a bit loud, and we'll give it a go. Oh, there's a light. Let's see if that helps. Okay, so we're starting to drill through now. Should pop through any moment. There we go, it's just popped through. Excellent. Alright. That's it. So, this is good. One thing to be worried about or be careful of is these bits on here need to actually come off later on. So I need to be very careful in taking these parts off later on. Because if you put your spring steel sheet on with like dirt or that kind of thing, especially aluminium cuttings like that, it's going to leave an imperfection on this bit and cause you trouble later on. So now I could see that there is a hole that is cut through there. So I can test that with a screwdriver bit. So here's what I was talking about, the socket head. See, so it's fairly large. So in theory, this should fit in. Excellent. So that fits on top there. The next step would be to use the counterboring tool to drill further. Now I think, I don't know whether I should do the other holes first. I think I might. Otherwise, so there's 2 holes here I need to drill. I might do those. Alright, so now I will clean this off briefly. Oh. Loosen it off. There we go. Empty that out. Empty that properly later on. The other step that I might cover in the future is that, so this is the magnetic sheet, if that's the way you're going, but on the bottom here, you need to put like a Canova or basically a heated part to heat up your actual bed. Canova ones is pretty popular. So you can see, that was a pretty good cut. I'm happy with that, happy enough. There's still some plastic I need to tear off here, so that will give me a clean cut at the bottom, which is great. Alright, so now it's time to do these bits. So I've been putting a bit of plastic underneath. So you can see here, to make sure I was accurate, I put a center punch there. Oh, so now I can double check, was I accurate enough? Yes I was. So that's a happy day for me. I tried many techniques to try and get it flat with a normal drill, and I did not fail. I did not succeed with any of them, which included drawing a line in the middle of the drill and then putting that on a bubble meter. That worked terrible. Alright, so make sure this is flat. It's going to be roughly the same, so it needs to be over just a tad. Yep, alright. Because of the spring steel, the magnetic sheet, it's a little bit trickier to sight where the hole should go. So I press it in and then make sure that's correct. So press that on so it won't budge, and here I go again. I've seen people like Nero from the Discord things drill these through in like a second or two. I'm not as brave as him. There we go. Okay. Excellent. Take off the bits, clean it up a bit. That's another hole done. Great. I think this way seems to be more convenient, because I have to change the drill bit more, or less, sorry. So I have a hole drilled there now, flat, which is great. And it has gone through, and I can't see the center punch, which means it's a 90-degree hole. This makes me happy again. So you can see here, this is the last one. If I'm correct, the bottom hole, oh, this is magnetic, love it. The bottom hole is more accurate here. I had to go 40 millimeters down because this is a 254 millimeter bed. So, bottom hole is the one that I want to cut. Yep, okay. Move that up, pull down. That seems pretty close. Let's test her out. It off. Very close. And so that's it. Alright. Yep. Alright, last hole. This is exciting. So I'm going to cut it again. And feel it sort of press through at the bottom, which is good. Okay, that's good. Clean this off. So now I know from this point that I'll swap the head out for the counterbore. bit is nice and clean. As you can hear, I'm doing this in the garage rather haphazardly. If one day maybe I could have a workbench, that would be cool, but that day is not today. Alright, so you can see there's a little bit of offcuts there, but that's actually just the plastic. So that's a pretty nice cut. So we're up to the point now where I need to do the counterboring. So I'll get that ready. So this part here is where I loosen this bit up, and that bit pops out. Weird design, but oh well. So I'm going to put this drill bit back, and I'm going to find my counterbore, which is here. So this is the part that will drill the part for the button head, which is good. So I'll try this again. Now again, I'm a newbie at this. I'm sure anyone who does this stuff day in, day out, or even for hobby stuff, would be able to do it a million times faster than me. A million, and that would be an understatement. Alright, so I'm just making sure this bit isn't too messy. So again, this is why I've got that plastic that bit at the bottom, because I don't really want to put that on top of the scratchy parts. So we're up to this now. So I've got enough room there to drill through it. Excellent. Now I'm going to put the drill bit in. This whole process for this drill press, I kind of like it. Again, also a million times faster than anything else I've been doing. Alright, so I'm going to line this up. Oops. So you can see that's getting flat. That's pretty good. Alright. Here we go. I'm also going to hold this down. So when I get to the point where this is up to the drill bit, I'll reset the bit here to make sure it's at the right part. So this is already a little bit off, so I better fix that. See it through. Yep. Okay. Tighten it up. Good. Okay. So we're going to start again. So now we're up to the point where we should be starting again. I'm going to do about 3.5 mil. A little bit more. Okay. Alright, that one could have been a bit better, because you can see that it was off axis a little bit, but get what we can do. Loosen that up, whichever way it works. There we go. Look at that, so much shavings. That's great. Alright, now if I have my screwdriver bit around, I might give that a go. Some shavings that I put in there. So, do I have my bit here? Let's have a look around. like I've taken it out and I did a demonstration, then forgot where I put it. Interesting. Okay. That's going to be good. So anyway, the socket head screw will fit into that part. And I've drilled a little bit more than I should, just so I can make sure that I've got a really comfortable fit there. No, doesn't look like it's nearby. I'm sure I'll watch a replay of this later on and see it next to me. So, one done, nice and flat, so it'll be nice and flush, and we'll do the other two, which is good. Same thing, check that we've got it lined up, push this bit up. Now that I've centered the alignment number on this once, I won't need to do that again, so that helps save a bit of time. Make sure that lines up. Great. Okay, it does. That's good. We're ready to go. So in terms of speed, I've been doing this pretty low. Alright, so through the magnet sheet. There we go. A lot of shavings there to put in. Oh, here's the socket head thing, so I could try that now. So I'll put that in. So you notice this, the magnetic part I have intentionally drilled through. And again, I've got some shavings on the bottom there. I might have to cut through for that to be more obvious. But you can see if I put that underside like that, that fits. Oh, it doesn't fit all the way through. So I might drill a little bit more. So I can check that with this now. That does fit all the way through, but I might go a little bit more anyway. It's good to have the real thing to test with. There we go. Okay. So that fits in well. Plenty of room underneath there for not to butt up against stuff. Good. Fix up the other part before I move on. Clean this up a bit too. So I do wonder why I get so much shavings on there. And it's clearly because I probably need to, even just a quick drill through without a hand drill would make that be fine. Let's go in there. I do like that I've got a nice clean edge now. Alright, so last part. Okay, so hole here, about to drill through. That will fit in place nicely. Okay, now I think part of the reason why this is shifting a little bit is because my insistence to have that plate on the bottom here, this bit. If I was doing this properly, I'd have like some kind of wood bench to sit on. Yeah, let's move it a tiny bit. Right, so we are going to be drilling there. Cool. Last one. Let's do it. Oops, I made a boo-boo. I'll have to redo this because I turned that light off. Because I saw a bit of crap here I want to clean up. I get it roughly right. Reset. I'll clear that up. So we're good to go. Right, so we need the magnetic part. Reset. Obviously place. What's that? Very good. And that's that. Let's have a quick check with our bit. Clean that off. Again, look how much aluminium I can pick up from all this. Alright, does that bit fit in? Yes, that clearly fits in. And there's no butt over the top of it, which is great. So, what's happening for that side? That side probably could be a little bit more, so we'll fix that up now. Clean up. And probably the last go here, which is exciting. Alright. Alright, that's how it sits up. It's good. Do that again. Fits in. Okay. Turn it in. Lift it up, and off we go. Right. Now that should get me across the line, which is great. I'll clean this off pretty well. Try my bit. Yeah, so you can see gunk gets in there. That's fine. Excellent. I don't know well you can see that, but that socket head piece fits all the way through, which is great. So then what happens is that this bit would go all the way through there and would attach to the 3D printed parts and all that kind of stuff of your own Voron design. So yeah, I'll need to drill that out a little bit, probably with the hand drill, and I'll start doing all this stuff. So, thumbs up. I don't know what else to say really. This thing works pretty well, I'm happy with it. Even though I'm a bit of a hack with using it, it's got the job through me there. And next part will be the Key Novo heater part, which basically adheres onto here. Then you have to leave it for a little while, make sure there's no air bubbles and that kind of stuff. Like, really stick it on there. I've seen people use vacuum formers and that kind of stuff. I don't have any of that, so I'm just going to put a lot of things on top of it. Probably even that. So anyway, that's all good. Hope you enjoyed this.